I'm not good at this, so he asked me to talk, and I've never talked in front of anybody. In school, I wouldn't do it, so here we go. My story starts out kind of like yours. I went in for a mammogram. Before all of that, I had a cough that wouldn't go away. I went to the emergency room 4 different times for not being able to breathe. They kept telling me I had nodules in my lungs, but they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And so I decided to get a mammogram. And when I did, I went in. They called the next day, said, "Can you do an ultrasound?" I did that. They came right in and said, "There's no way to sugarcoat it. You've got cancer." And I said, "Do I have to do a biopsy?" And he said, "I'm 99% sure, but we're going to biopsy you." So we did a biopsy. It was told I had it was in situ, so it hadn't broke out. We were going to do a lumpectomy. They decided to do another biopsy, found more. And by the time we got to the point where I was going to have surgery, we were going to take my whole breast. And I have been at the hospital every day for 3.5 weeks, every single day except for Saturdays and Sundays for 3.5 weeks. Every day it was something different. So I was 44 at the time. And I called and fought with my insurance to get both breasts took because I didn't want to keep going through this ever again. And so I went in, I had a double mastectomy in October 2014. I put 15 on my thing, but I was wrong. It's the 14th. 2014 is when it started. And we did the double mastectomy, and I did 7 reconstruction surgeries afterwards, so that I would feel whole again. It was rough. I worked in between every surgery. I would take time off and go back to work. I was a single mom. And still had this cough that wouldn't go away. So finally, the nodules on my lungs started to grow after that. And I had a lower left lung wedge resection, so they take part of your lung out. And they found 3 tumors in that part. And I was diagnosed with neuroendocrine cancer in my lungs. And so we went with that, and I had treatment every 28 days, get an injection, a chemo injection. It holds it at bay, but there's no cure for neuroendocrine cancer. So it's terminal, but I'll be here. You can live 20, 30 years with it, so we're still going. And in the middle of all of this, the cancer spread. I ended up having to have a total hysterectomy in 2016. So went through that, set me into early menopause, and as soon as I was out of surgery, I was in menopause, and going through that, dealing with the neuroendocrine cancer. Later, I still wasn't feeling well, my blood work wasn't right, and my liver started to fail. So then I had cirrhosis of the liver, as well as it turned into liver cancer in the end. So then I got stuck on a transplant list and went up to the hospital 7 times. I was called, and every time I was sent home because the liver wouldn't work out for me. Somebody would either, the liver was bad when the person passed, or they ended up with cancer in their liver, and no one knew until it was, time to give it to me, and they'd look at it, and it wasn't where I could receive it. And so 7 times I went up there, and you have to do the tests every time and go through everything. Bring your whole family with you, and you never know. The 7th time it was a go. I had a liver transplant last year. I'm skipping over a lot of stuff because I'm nervous, but basically, cancer's a lot. And I've had 4 different kinds now. I had breast cancer, neuroendocrine cancer in my lungs, I still have. I had cervical, and I had liver cancer. I was tested in the middle of all of this, and I carry the BRCA2 gene. So when I asked the doctor, how many more cancers can I get? He said, don't ask, because we don't know. So I'm very blessed to be here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my family. Each and every one of them went with me to so many appointments over the last 10 years. They took care of me. daughter was tested to be a living liver donor, and she was going to give me her liver. But I ended up getting another one before I had to put her through that. And without the love of my family and the support of my family, I wouldn't be here today because I wanted to give up. Poor cancer still alive. Today, I went in for my liver follow-up, my liver transplant team. My kidneys aren't functioning very well, so I may need a kidney transplant by February, which is 1 year from my liver transplant. My numbers for my liver are not well. They said that my liver could be rejecting. So I may need a liver transplant as well, we don't know. But I live every day thankful to be here. And every day is a new day and a blessing. And sometimes you just have to go through hour by hour, day by day. But it's worth it. It's hard. And I just love my family and friends for being there for me. And Phil's helped me last year. And he ended up calling my name and helping me out when I was actually in the hospital for liver transplant. And the things that his foundation does helps so many people. It was a blessing. I just thank you for contributing, and I hope that you continue to help. This project is very good and helps a lot of people. So I hope you were able to follow me. I'm very nervous, so thank you.
Now we get to hear from a true hero who makes all of this possible, the CEO and founder of Needs Beyond Medicine, Phil Brown.
So this will be short and sweet. So I just want to thank all the survivors again for allowing us to take your photo and share your story. Obviously, it's a very inspirational thing. And I think the biggest thing is it just showcases that no one's alone. In this world. And this has been 15 years. And without all of you guys' support, the sponsors, my board that's come and gone, Chad Hurst taking all the photos, taking time to do all that, this isn't possible. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything. And we're hopeful to keep expanding and getting bigger and going into other states to continue to help patients. But we hope to see you guys next year, or if you haven't, you can sign up for our emails and just keep in the loop on how the events go. And I want to thank every single one of you for being here and taking your time away for being here and joining us on a Friday night. Thank you again so much.
So Needs Beyond Medicine helps between 14 and 18 patients a month. Our goal is to help a lot more. Again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for all the speakers. Thank you for friends and family. So please, take a look at the items, and if you can, please support the organization. Thank you.